Welcome back. Let's jump right into this. Today's explainer is breaking down the newly launched Babe Wallet version 1.1.16. Now, if you're tuned in, you already know a digital wallet isn't just a place to park your tokens anymore, right? It is literally your gateway to the entire Web3 ecosystem. But as this space blows up, the tools we use have got to keep pace. That's exactly what this update tackles. It's a massive modernization effort focused on speed, refinement, and ironclad security. So let's get into the details.
Here's our roadmap for this breakdown. We'll start with the new Web3 standard, look at how it's built for modern Android, dive into mastering custom networks, touch on stealth security, and wrap up with the broader ecosystem vision.
Starting off with Section 1, the new Web3 standard.
So here's a question to kick things off. Is your Web3 wallet actually keeping up with your phone? Seriously, think about it for a second. We're way past the era of just holding one token on a single chain. Today, we expect our crypto wallets to feel just as snappy as our traditional banking apps. But underneath the hood, Web3 wallets are doing so much heavy lifting. They're communicating with decentralized networks, managing cryptographic keys, and pulling real-time on-chain data. Bridging that massive gap between Web3 complexity and that instant Web2 speed? Well, that's the ultimate challenge for developers right now.
And that brings us to the core philosophy behind Babe Wallet 1.116. The team realized that, above all else, speed absolutely matters. When you open a wallet, your data should just be there, period. They aren't just slapping on some flashy new headline feature to grab attention. Instead, their whole objective is to build those features on top of an application that remains totally usable and responsive. It's about making that everyday transition from scanning your fingerprint to seeing your dashboard feel entirely immediate and natural.
Moving on to Section 2, built for modern Android.
Okay, so how do you actually engineer that kind of immediacy? Well, we have to peek at the technical engine. Historically, Android devices manage their memory in 4 kilobyte pages. But as our phones get packed with way more RAM, the system is evolving to support 16 kilobyte memory pages, especially for Android 15 and up. Think of it like physical plumbing. A 4 kilobyte page, that's a narrow pipe. A 16 kilobyte page is a much wider pipe. By upgrading the app's architecture to align with these bigger 16 kilobyte pages, data can flow so much faster, which basically stops the app from bottlenecking your shiny new hardware.
And this isn't just some theoretical developer talk. According to data straight from the Google developers blog, shifting to a 16 kilobyte page size brings a massive performance leap. We're talking up to a 30% reduction in app launch times, especially when your phone's memory is totally maxed out. If your wallet isn't compiled for this modern architecture, it's going to feel incredibly sluggish on next-gen hardware. Babe Wallet v1.1.16 is basically skating to where the puck is going to be.
By recompiling their native C++ code for these larger memory pages, the team is directly improving your overall device experience. The Google Dev data shows some really cool ripple effects, like an average 4.5% improvement in battery usage, 8% faster system boot-ups, and even quicker camera starts. So, by matching Android 15 specs, Babe Wallet is actually helping extend your phone's battery life while you manage your portfolio. Pretty cool, right?
Now, what does all this back-end modernization mean for you on the actual screen? It means instant balance loading. You know that annoying visual lag when you open an app and wait for the numbers to spin up? Version 1.1.16 specifically targets and resolves that. Now your cached balances load instantly on startup. No more waiting around. You get the information you need, literally the second you need it.
All right, Section 3, mastering custom networks. Let's shift gears to the dashboard itself and how the wallet handles the wildly expansive multi-chain universe we're playing in. Let's face it, the blockchain space is multi-chain. Between Ethereum, Arbitrum, Base, Optimism, and endless EVM-compatible ecosystems, the optionality is amazing for avoiding high gas fees. But that flexibility? It can easily create a ton of clutter. It turns a beautifully clean dashboard into a chaotic mess of random network icons and zero-balance tokens.
Traditionally, wrangling these networks was a massive headache. You'd have to go hunt down a verified RPC node URL, open your wallet's network tab, manually type in the chain ID and symbol, and finally hit save. Yes, it's a powerful feature, but doing it over and over again demands a super refined interface so you don't just completely lose your mind in the settings menu.
So to fix this, version 1.1.16 introduces these really optimized custom network toggles. It gives you much clearer control over exactly which configured networks show up on your screen. It perfectly balances that extreme multi-chain flexibility with the absolute simplicity you crave when you just want to check your portfolio real quick.
You get all the power, zero the clutter. Which brings us to Section 4, Stealth Security.
Now let's get a bit more serious for a minute, because we're talking about the invisible vault protecting your digital assets. The crucial point here is totally grasping what non-custodial actually means. This is a decentralized wallet where you, and only you, have sole control over your private keys. Babe Wallet can't access, recover, or freeze your funds, period. It's the ultimate digital freedom, but that freedom comes with massive responsibility. If you lose your keys, your assets are gone. So the app's local security architecture has to be absolutely bulletproof.
To back that up, their privacy policy makes a rock-solid guarantee. Private keys never leave your device. The app is built on a privacy-first architecture utilizing military-grade AES 256 hardware key store encryption. What that actually means is your sensitive credentials stay locked inside your phone's secure hardware enclave, guarded by your local biometrics, like your Face ID or fingerprint. The keys remain entirely offline, completely cut off from the internet.
Building on that foundation, 1.1.16 rolls out some heavy-hitting security upgrades. We're talking modernized secure storage and upgraded cryptographic components. But honestly, the standout feature here is the offline USB debugging detection. Basically, the app runs a quick, local sanity check to see if your phone has USB debugging enabled, which, can be a major backdoor for remote access attacks. It flags that vulnerability to you before you even unlock your vault.
But here's what I find really fascinating: their stealth security philosophy. You might be wondering, why don't they just publish all the exact technical details of their key management and internal security paths? Well, actually, that's a very deliberate choice. There's a huge difference between keeping users informed about meaningful upgrades and publicly exposing sensitive cryptographic architecture. They refuse to turn their release notes into an instruction manual for hackers. They beef up the security quietly and keep the user experience seamless.
Finally, Section 5, Ecosystem Vision.
Let's zoom out for a second to see how this 1.1.1.16 release actually fits into the massive long-term roadmap of the entire AVIC ecosystem. Babe Wallet isn't just a standalone app. It is the foundational piece of a much larger puzzle. Right now, they're laying down the cloud infrastructure and wallet basics. Moving into the near future, the roadmap signals huge on-chain utility expansion. And looking long-term, the ultimate goal is integrating advanced AI and financial intelligence tools. Think automated monitoring and smart risk assessments seamlessly woven directly into your decentralized finance experience.
The team at Babe Finance and AI actually sums up their entire ethos with this brilliant quote: "Slow build is greater than fast collapse." Look, in a crypto market totally saturated with fake hype and guaranteed 100x profit nonsense, this ecosystem is taking the exact opposite approach. They are laser-focused on sustainable, utility-driven growth. Every single optimization in this update, from those 16 kilobyte memory adjustments to the slick network toggles, is all about constructing a reliable foundation that will not break under the weight of future AI integrations. Which brings us to one final provocative question to chew on. Are you ready for a truly unified Web3 experience? Because with all the structural, performance, and stealth security upgrades packed into version 1.1.1.16, Babe Wallet isn't just keeping up, it's laying the concrete for the next generation of decentralized finance. It's faster, it's vastly more refined, and it is purpose-built to evolve with your hardware. Thanks for tuning into this explainer. Keep learning.